Hi, Bonsai Iligan here. I am updating you on my limeberry forest. We also call this wild lemon. Commonly, we call this wild lemon. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tree group planting or forest planting. So, I just trimmed this about 2 weeks ago and it's now growing new. So this light green one. The old leaves are full of scales. It's because of our deep water source. But now we are careful not to wash this with our deep water. So we just wash this with our district water. Although the best is rain, but my rain easily gets consumed. So anyway, this species is limeberry, but I like this very species because it can grow on shallow, shallow pot and become a forest. Although its characteristic is it grows straight, and it becomes ideal for forest. So I like this species because aside from growing from shallow pots, it can also grow in rocks. It can grow with little sun, sun. I mean sun or sunlight. So it can tolerate sunlight. So I have a limeberry which grows on rock, which I frequently bring to a bonsai show because it can survive the air-conditioned situation of the condition of the showroom. So I will okay, so, and I'd like to show you the trunks. The trunks are not so large. Okay, it's very difficult to enlarge a trunk. So what usually happens is this one this has all grown from seeds, and it's so sometimes frustrating because this has already grown very large, yet the stems of the trunk are still very small. So okay, I will show you some of limeberry plantings. I have done a planting on the ground, and it's been there for almost or more than a year, and yet it's still not growing thick. But I have a quite larger trunks, but it is a collected one. And I have another one which is a group planting, but this one is a 5 group planting. Okay, so actually this is originally just a twin tree planting, but a seed fell in here and grew, and I allowed it. And here's another. I just added this to this one also. This one also just a seed fell and formed there and grow there, and this one a new added, and still they're weak, and so it's still, but it's thriving now. It's growing a new shoot. Okay, so all in all they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5 group tree planting. So that's my new forest planting. Still a limeberry forest. It still looks good. Okay, now I am showing you the limeberries that I planted in the ground. So they are in the ground, and you can see that they have already very fuzzy leaves and branches, but the trunk or the stems are still very small. See? So I didn't realize it would take so much of this. That's why I haven't seen people who planted this and waited for the trunk. So it's only me who's doing this. Mostly they just collect this in the wild. Okay. So that's it. So if you cannot have a chance of collecting this in the wild, probably you live in a very uh, in the center of civilization. So in a city, in a metropolis, then you just have to contain yourself with planting this from seed. So these are some fruits. See, some fruits there, and you can just plant this, the red ones, the ripe ones. You can plant, and then it will sprout. I have many actually seedlings growing from the pot of a major or a large limeberry, and the fruits are just falling, and then they just grow on the pot. Okay, so that's the limeberry. So you can propagate this through seeds. This is about a year old already. This growth is more than a year old. So actually it grows fast, but if you want to create a forest like the one I showed you, so you have to plant many seeds and let them grow, and when you harvest them, they are very thorny. So this has a lot of thorns. Say probably this one. So can you see the thorns? Okay, there you see some bamboo sticks. Those are the stakes I place, so that they will just grow straight right up and become forest materials. Here is a large limeberry. So, but this one is a collected one, and you will notice that it has large trunks. Okay, right there. So planted in a round pot, and the trunks are this thick. So this is about 2 inches. So, and this one is, the third one is just about 1.5 inches. So that's all about limeberries. And here again is my old limeberry, which is growing on rock. So that's why I like this limeberry, because it grows on rock too. It grows on rock too, aside from other characteristics such as requiring low sunlight and low patch, small soil, pure soil. Okay, so I have been showing this many times. So that's the rock and the root base. Okay, here's another growing on rocks. See, I cascaded it, designed it to be a cascade. Then is another at the bottom. Okay, I like to focus the one at the bottom. The leaves are very dirty. It's full of scales from deep well water. Okay, that's the one still growing on rock. And you will notice this there is actually no soil. So it's just purely on rock. And here's the cascade one, that one there. It's growing from there, and see, there are fruits, bearing fruits. It's still green, but the fruits eventually turn red. Okay. And here's one of my oldest that I'm still fattening the trunk. So I place it in a colander and put this in this large clay pot. So I'm just fattening it, but eventually I will just be putting that in a small about 6 to 4 inches diameter round glaze pot. Okay, so that's it. That's the status of this limeberry. But when I will rework this, I will show this individually. So that's the trunk, okay, which I trunk chop and then grow another. Didn't realize it would be that hard to make it thicker, but somehow it has grown thick enough and it's responding. And so that's all about my forest, and that's all about lime berries.